Well, hello everybody, it's Hex here, and today I've got something really cool for you. This is a small, modern house. I guess you could call it a modern house, but it is actually built off of a floor plan that I found from Frank Lloyd Wright. I've been doing some investigation, some research into Frank Lloyd Wright's buildings, and this is one that I found that I think is pretty cool. I think this is one of his Usonian homes. So basically, Frank Lloyd Wright he built all kinds of different things, but one thing that he was really interested in doing was creating affordable houses for middle-class folks. And so this is one of those designs, I think. I'm not sure exactly which house this is, but here it is. And of course, I had to Minecraft it a little bit, so it's probably not going to look exactly like the real Frank Lloyd Wright house. But it is that. And so to call it modern is kind of interesting, because if you think about a modern house, like that would be like maybe made like very recently, but Frank Lloyd Wright's designs were actually built from like the late 1800s to the like 60s, like the 1960s. And so to call the thing modern is a little bit of a stretch in terms of time, but I think that Frank Lloyd Wright was definitely ahead of his time as far as building. And most modern architecture, I think, is very heavily influenced by him and by others like him. Anyways, this house I think is really, really cool. Let's take a look at the interior. The interior here, when you come in the door, it's very sort of narrow, and it's supposed to be kind of small. And this is kind of like a Frank Lloyd Wright thing. In fact, I didn't quite pull it off well enough here. I don't know if it's this particular design or what, but basically it's kind of cramped in here, right? But then as you come through here and you come through this sort of dining table thing, it really opens up and you can see this nice big space. And another Frank Lloyd Wright thing is to build the house around a central hearth, a central fireplace. Of course, it was like the 60s, right? So like they didn't really have central... Well, he actually did have central heat, but he put it in the floor, actually, with piping. This is very interesting. And then here's a little table thingy, and then some stuff here. As you can see, got a bedroom and a small bathroom back here. So it's a very simple house, very small, but I think that it would work really well in your Minecraft world. I think it's going to be a really easy build for you. You could also change the interior out if you wanted to and put, survival type stuff in here. A few more shulker boxes. And yeah, so you could probably also put like a basement, like a stairway in here somewhere to go down to like a mine if you wanted to. You could probably be a little bit creative with the interior, but I think the exterior and the interior look just absolutely amazing. I really, really love this style. And I've been trying to kind of incorporate this style and sort of learn it and then be able to build my own houses that are like his. But for the meantime, I'm going to be copying a few of them. So this is the first one, and it's very small, and it's a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and learn how to build this thing. Okay, to start things off, we're going to be using some acacia wood logs. We're going to be the stripped ones anyway. We're going to be using the black stained glass, and we're also going to be using some of this sandstone. And then also we're going to be using some birch wood, stripped logs, and some birch wood slabs as well. That's pretty much the main structure of the house is made out of those four materials. I don't know how many of each one. Don't ask. Anyway, here we go. So this is like the front of the house. And then another thing that Frank Lloyd Wright does is he hides his entrances. So the entrance is actually right here. So what we're going to do is this is the front of the house. What you're going to do is you're going to place in one acacia wood log right there, stripped, of course, and then a second one. Then you're going to alternate one glass, one acacia wood, 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 one glass, all the way to this corner. How many of those are we going to do? Let's see. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 total blocks alternating along like that. Then this way, you're going to put a glass, an acacia wood, a glass, and acacia wood. Then leave a space. This is going to be a doorway. And then leave, and then an acacia wood, another space. Then an acacia wood, a glass, and acacia wood. And then next to that, you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sandstone. Then from this corner, you're going to go, including the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to this corner right here, to this corner right here. Then you're going to go 1, including that corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay. Then here you're going to alternate again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right. And then this way, alternating again, including this corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to do 1, 2, 3 sandstone, a window, or a glass pane, 1, 2, 3 sandstone. And then including this corner, 1, 2, 3, 4 sandstone, then a glass pane, and then a acacia wood log right there, and then a space of 2 for the entrance door. Okay, that's the outside edge. Then right here, what you're going to do is you're going to place an acacia wood log sideways. So you're going to have to do this kind of thing where like you basically take, and go like that and then get it so that it's going sideways. And then you're going to go along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then at the end of that, you're going to place a sandstone and then a sandstone right there. And then you're going to come along this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to do a little 4 by right here. And then we have 1, 2, 3, and then another little 4 by right here. This is where the fire was, right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some torches on this so that you can count. Okay, there you go. Okay, after that, you're going to go ahead and fill in the entire floor with stripped birchwood logs that are pointing up like this so that you can see sort of the tile side of it. And then so that fills everywhere inside the floor, except for underneath the glass panes here, where you're going to put these acacia wood blocks underneath the black stained glass panes like that. And then out here, you're going to actually bring out the birchwood stripped logs out 4 blocks from this end. This is the left side. So you're going to do the entire left side, 4 blocks out like that. And you're going to do from the entryway right here, 2 blocks out. And then I put underneath the entryway these right here. One thing that is common in Frank Lloyd Wright's houses that I've seen so far is he tries to incorporate the inside and the outside. He tries to make basically like indoors and outdoor spaces kind of seamless. And so by doing the floor the same on the outside as on the inside, you can kind of achieve that a little bit, basically making the house kind of extend outside. So that's kind of cool. Oh, and by the way, right here, I almost forgot, right here, we need 1 sandstone block underneath that window right there. Okay, next what you're going to do is you're going to bring all of those walls up an additional 3 blocks, so they're a total of 4 tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, everywhere around, except for right here. You're actually going to, instead of putting the sandstone blocks here, you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 glass panes like that. And then you're going to put glass panes across here like this. One thing that Frank Lloyd Wright does that I think is really cool is he kind of does these like windows that are up high so that like you can have the privacy of having like this wall, but still get the light from a window at the top. So I think that's really cool. And it's pretty nice. These are usually pretty detailed windows for Frank Lloyd Wright, but of course we can't do that much detail. So what I did is I turned off my connected textures so that you can actually see the little lines in between the panes. That's as much detail as I can give those, but typically his glass has like, he'll do like a wood sort of decorative screen thing over the top of it, over the front of it, or he'll do like, what do you call it? Like some stained glass work a little bit, like some lead and stuff in the glass. Anyway, this is all up 4, this is all up 4, except for right here. This thing is actually up 5 blocks. So all of these are up 5. These are up 5 as well. These acacia wood logs that were right here. This comes up 5. And then at the 5th block, you're going to bring 4 glass blocks over so that it matches up to the hearth here. And the hearth is actually 8 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the cavity here for the fireplace actually goes up only 3. And then from there, you'll cover over that cavity at the 4th block. And then it goes up a total of 8 like that. And then also what I did is I did a little bit of sandstone right in here, like that, to be the fireplace floor like that. And then over here, this is up 5 blocks. And then you have, these are solid glass blocks across here. One other little detail, right above these doors, the 4th block has a window pane above it like that. Then what you can do is across here, what you're going to do is you're going to place in 1, 2 blocks like that of these, the stripped acacia. And then you're going to put 2 window blocks like that over the doorway. Before I put the roof on, I thought it would be good to show you guys how to do the interior. So here it is. Now, if you don't want to do this interior because you're doing a survival house or something out of this, then of course do that. But yeah, this is how you would do the interior. Okay, from the entryway here, what we've got, I just did a little barrel right here with some trapdoors around it. And then we did a lamp hanging from the ceiling, a little lantern. Turning to the kitchen here, I put netherite blocks for the refrigerator. I just really like netherite blocks for the refrigerator. I don't know why. If you don't have netherite blocks, then use something else. The polished andesite might work. Something like that would be fine. And then what I did is I took the acacia wood right here, 3 of them for countertop, and then those for drawers. Then I did a little acacia wood like stove, or sorry, a netherite stove. And then these are pressure plates on top with a little button there for like the oven. And then more acacia in the back. And then acacia here. And then we've got a cauldron, a block of acacia there. Stripped acacia, of course. And then we have this double wide refrigerator. And then on the top here, these counters, sorry about that. These counters, or the cabinets, I should say, they all have this stripped acacia wood behind it. And then they're too tall and they're 1 block above this right here, and just come around here like that. And then what I did is I put lanterns here and here just to provide some extra lighting that's kind of hidden, and I think works well because you can't really get to the corners there. Now, if you wanted more storage in here, you could do like shulker boxes. I think that would work really well too. But I like the acacia wood because another thing that's interesting about Frank Lloyd Wright is the fact that he builds all of his own furniture. Or he like, and then he would build like the furniture and like, you know, the kitchen cabinets and a lot of the stuff out of the same material that he would use for the exterior of the house and the interior of the house. So actually the fact that we have the same texture inside and outside, that's actually very Frank Lloyd Wright. And so it really works well in Minecraft because we actually cannot do a different texture inside than we can outside unless we do like, you know, a second block and make the entire interior look super small. So anyways, and that's part of the whole getting the inside out and the outside in thing and making the exterior and interior seamless. Anyway, right here we have a little table made out of these acacia trapdoors that comes out. It's like a 3x2 and then just 2 trapdoors at the end. And then we have slabs with the trapdoors like that. And then right behind this chair, I did this carpet. So it's 2 away from there and 1 behind this chair, like just like that. And we got 2 greens, 2 browns, 2 greens, 2 browns, 2 greens. And I really like sort of the green and brown color in here. I think that works well. Then I did a piano. In the original one, the piano isn't there. It's actually another little table and chair that almost looks like a dining room table. So what I decided to do is build like a derpy little piano. So if you want to build that, I did blackstone slabs below and above like that. So it's actually a blackstone slab there and then a bottom slab there. So a top slab and then a bottom slab. And then in sort of this triangular shape. And then right here we have the some rail on top of, these are just quartz blocks right here. And I didn't actually give this feet, so if you look underneath it, the piano is floating. But it gets the effect that there's a piano right here. And I think that it works well because it seems to be in scale. And that's a very common Frank Lloyd Wright thing also, is to include a piano. Okay, coming to the fireplace hearth right here, what we have is of course, the fireplace hearth. So this is 2 blocks above, and it's just some stair blocks like this. So we just have stair blocks across right here. And then, of course, you want to put campfires inside of this. And you can have them lit or unlit. But what's cool is because I did an extra block back there, like it kind of hides that smoke that goes up and sort of gets stuck. Alrighty. Then in front of that, of course, we had that sandstone. And then right in the middle, we have a little slab table. And then right here, this is slabs and then trapdoors behind with some signs on either side for like a couple little couches. Now, one thing that I really wish we could do is put carpets on top of these half slabs, because that would kind of be very similar to the cushions that Frank Lloyd Wright usually does. He usually does some sort of like a wooden chair with like a plush cushion on top of it for couches and things. And then he'll also do that like built into the walls, which is what this is, and then shelves built onto the walls. Very, very common. So like, let me show you where that is. So right here at this window, I did a little desk. And this is actually in the floor plans, by the way, this little desk right here. So we did a little desk, and there's a painting right here that you need to have for like a little computer if you wanted this to be a little bit more modern. If you wanted to actually look like the 1920s, then you probably wouldn't put the computer screen because they didn't have that. But there's our little computer screen. That particular painting is the right one to do. And then a lantern hanging from the ceiling there. We've got 3 slabs here, and then on the ground we have 3 slabs. And then this comes all the way here so that it's 1 block away from the fireplace right here. So if we, come 1 block in front of the fireplace, that's where the slabs start. And then right here I did these barrels like that, and then trapdoors in front of them. Also, another very common Frank Lloyd Wright thing is to build like built-in cabinets and built-in storage inside of the house. Very cool. And then, of course, we have trapdoors here and here below the window. Again, built-in shelving. And unfortunately, you can't put anything on these shelves, but that would be like a detail that you would have, is like some knickknacks and stuff on the shelves. Not too many, though. And then, of course, something on the hearth here would make sense, too. But I just didn't put that. And then moving into the bedroom, I actually had to build this column right here. You can see where the column is. So here's the existing wall. And then right here, I built this column of acacia wood, stripped, of course, and then 2 blocks like that. And then what we're going to do is put our doors here and here. And then I just left them open. Whoops, I didn't put one there, though. Then next to that, I did another thing of a bunch of barrels. And then I did doors on the bottom and trapdoors on the top, like that. Another built-in sort of closet thingy. Along this wall, you can see right next to where this door is to the bathroom, we've got 4 acacia planks. And then I did this bed out of these, I don't even know what these things are called, these little dark green ones from like the sea. I don't even know what those things are called anymore. Dark prismarine, that's what it's called. And then we've got a couple of quartz slabs right here. And that makes an effective bed, I think. If you want to have an actual bed to sleep in, you could put a Minecraft bed there instead of this, but I think that decoration looks really good. And then, of course, the shelving, and then another little lantern right there for some extra light. And then in here, we have a bathroom. It's really hard to see this bathroom, so I'm going to hover above it. Right here, I just have a slab sticking out from the wall with a button to be the toilet. I know, really derpy, probably not period specific, but it works. And then right here, we have acacia wood, a cauldron, and then I did some paintings here before that when I copied this and pasted it from the original, the painting is missing because it doesn't copy paintings for some reason. And I like that one and that one to be like the mirror. And then up here, another row of these stripped acacia wood logs. And then you could go like that to have sort of the upper bathroom cabinets, like the medicine cabinet or something. And then right here, I just did some frosted, this is just white stained glass that's 1 block away from the end here as our little shower. You could break that out right there and to have a shower here. And I didn't put a shower head, did I? Let's see. We'll just do a tripwire hook and a button. So we need to go to redstone, grab our tripwire hook and a little button. I'm going to do a stone button. Stone button. There we go. Okay. Tripwire hook, stone button, shower done. Okay, perfect. Just like that. Alrighty, that's the entire interior. All right, next we're going to put the roof on. So this is a flat roof. It's made of birchwood planks, birchwood, whatever these things are called, slabs. And it comes out 1 block in the front away from the building. And it overhangs 4 on this left side. So it overhangs like directly over this patio. Very Frank Lloyd Wright to hang like a roof out like that. And then in the front, it hangs out 2 like this. But don't cover this up yet. We're going to do that in a little bit. I'll talk about the hole. It comes 1 block back in the back and 1 block out all the way everywhere else, and cover all of that. Okay, then right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away from this fireplace thingy, you're going to make a hole that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide and 7 blocks long. So it's this the same length as the fireplace hearth thingy, and it's 5 blocks this way. All right, and then in the middle of that, you're going to place in, well, it's supposed to be 5 blocks. There we go. 3 of these stained glass, and then put them across there. That should be 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the corners, and what I want to do is put in acacia wood logs facing like this, like that. It really doesn't matter if they're facing like that, but the grain going vertically does look better that way. So just do one of these in each corner, like this. Okay. And another one here, like that. And then you're going to go ahead and cover the underside of this, because I don't think that looks very good. So what I did is I covered the underside of this with birchwood, just like a ring around like this. And this is to bring light in again. This is very Frank Lloyd Wright kind of thing to do, is just finding ways to get light into places without having windows. Like, you know, traditional looking windows. So he's very big about bringing light into spaces and basically making it so that you don't really need light during the daytime as far as like lamps and stuff. And there we go. Okay, and then fill this all the way over so that it overhangs that by 1 block like you saw here. So it overhangs it by 1. Okay, and then you kind of have like this little tank turret looking thing at the top of it. But I think it adds a lot to the roof line, and also it brings a lot of light. If I go in the inside here, you can see how you can get light in here, but not necessarily have like a window or like an open skylight or anything. Okay, then on this part here, what you're going to do is you're going to cover this over so that it overhangs by 1. And you're actually going to bring it along the side of that there, and you're going to bring it along here like this, and cover all of this over like this, if I could do it without messing up too many times. Anyway, I'm going to do this off camera. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is right in the middle of this thing, on this side, you're going to go ahead and put in a stone brick wall and a stone pressure plate for the little vent for your fireplace. And the structure of the house is done. We need to do the exterior though. The exterior is very important because the whole outside inside thing, very, very important. And I think it just adds so much to the build. All right, next you're going to build this wall around. It's just made of sandstone. So start right here at this corner in the entryway. Oh, I totally forgot to put the doors for the entryway, huh? Oops. Door. Anyway, put 2 doors in there. I'll do it in a minute. Anyway, so you're going to start right there. You're going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4. So this whole garden is like 4 blocks away from the building. So the 5th block would be the corner here. And then you're going to bring this all the way along here so that it is 3 blocks past this. So 1, 2, 3 past the end of this little terrace out here. And then you're going to take that all the way back here like this. And then where's that? Well, okay, so actually probably what you should do is come from here like this and come out 1, 2, 3 blocks. And then the 4th block is actually the sandstone, and come back this way. And this is 3 blocks away from this. So it's basically 4 blocks away on the front and back and 3 blocks away on the 2 sides. So 3 blocks away here. And then this is actually a space of 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here. And then you just take this all the way across. So it's 4 blocks from this. And then I guess it would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from that part right there. Then build this little thingy-mabob right here. It's like a little, it's going to be a water feature, like a little pond. So basically you're just going to go and overlap the house by 2 blocks here. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And it has the end on the terrace. And then also fill the bottom with, these are just sandstone blocks. You can fill the bottom with whatever you want, but I like the sandstone blocks on the bottom. Okay, next we're going to make a pathway. So 1 block away from right here, you're going to take this and you're going to go all the way to here. And then basically you're going to link up with the entryway right here with these 1, 2, it's like a 6 by 2 plot of the path blocks here. And then coming off of here, you're going to do 2 path blocks right there, and then 1 right there. And then this is going to run all the way back to where your terrace is. And then I did 2 and then 4 like that. You can make it look however you want it to be, but that's how I did my pathway. And then right here, I came off of the terrace this way, and then around this little water feature like this. You can see that. And then 1 block away from the water feature, all the way across here, which takes us 1 block away from the bedroom. And then all the way back here, back to the beginning, just like that. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take some of these dark oak leaves, or just regular leaves, whatever leaves you want. I'm using the oak ones, and kind of what I did is I just kind of did something like this, where I just kind of put some randomly, and then what I did is I made a few of them like a couple blocks tall, so that when you're on the outside, you can see some of the vegetation poking up. If you do it just all the same height as the wall, then you actually won't be able to see it from the exterior that well. So I did it this way, like that, and just kind of, go along here. I'm just literally placing them randomly. I have no idea how I did those over there. So it's going to be a little bit different, but just basically go along, place these randomly all the way around the outside right here. And then when you get to this place where it's like 3 wide, just do this sort of thing. Whoopsie. Can I do that? No, can we? No, that's a 1.17 feature where you'll be able to do the path block. I guess that's in 1.17. Anyway, I'm going to finish that off camera, but you get the idea. Just kind of randomly place them and then make sure that some of them are peeking up. All right, after that, what you want to do is come in here and just put a little bit of bone meal here and there. Just kind of get these, get a little bit of extra grass growing. And then especially like in places like that. And then what I try to do is not have these tall grasses next to the house. I don't mind if they're on this side, like that, for example. Like that actually looks good because when you're looking at it here, it kind of adds to the vegetation look. But don't have the tall grasses like right next to the house. For some reason, that looks bad. So, and then just kind of bone meal your way along. Actually, do not bone meal right here because we're going to be putting something right there when we do that section. And then this area you can do a little bit of bone meal as well. I think what I did here, honestly, is I put some grass blocks right here as well. And we don't want that. There we go. I meant leaf blocks like that as well. You kind of do this sort of thing along that wall right there. There we go. That's pretty cool. And then just more bone meal, more bone meal, more bone meal. See, like that? That looks bad to me. That looks like a weed. Where this here looks like, oh, that's fine. And then these like look like weeds to me. The tall ones, like they're not supposed to be there. But for some reason on the outside, because the leaf blocks are already tall, like that actually kind of looks good. And then not good. Good. You get the idea. Okay. There we go. Very cool. And then maybe one little bit right there with some flowers. It's going to give the exterior some vegetation. And then one thing that is common to Frank Lloyd Wright seems to be, and I don't think he's ever said this, but like kind of like making it sort of slope up like this is kind of like, seems to be like a thing that he does where like, there's like layers, like there's like this outer wall and then then there's these plants or like another layer and then here's another layer and then another layer there and another layer there. So it's sort of like tiered as you kind of go upwards and it draws the eye kind of upwards into these nice long horizontal lines. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. I've learned a lot doing, trying to copy his build style. So highly recommend it. Okay. Last thing right here, obviously we're going to fill this with water. So there's that. And then, whoopsie, I want my lily pad like this. Let's put a couple of those in there. And then what I did is some vines, just like regular old vines, not the nether things. Just kind of on the outside of this. Just kind of make it look a little bit more like it's a little bit kind of an overgrown kind of pond looking thing. Like that. For some reason, my shaders aren't like showing the vines sometimes. Like they'll pop in and out. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, just do that like that. And with that, we are completely done with the house. Completely done. I really, really like this thing. I really like it. It's one of my very favorite builds. I think this might be my favorite build so far that I've done on my channel. It's just awesome. It's just great. It's just really cool. that Frank Lloyd Wright guy knew what he was doing. So it's really nice to be able to kind of build a house similar to one that I've seen in different pictures. I can't remember which one it was specifically. It might have been a combination of a couple of them that I did. But the floor plan I did was from a particular house, and I don't know which one that is, but it doesn't really matter because, yeah, I wasn't trying to make like a scale model of it or anything. I was just trying to sort of replicate it, Minecraft it, if you know what I mean. Okay, there we go. Now we have the front door like that. Very cool. Very cool. And one last little point, Frank Lloyd Wright really liked to hide the front door. He wanted the home to be a safe place, so he actually wanted it to be kind of difficult for people to figure out how to find the front door of the house and to have to like, you know, even walk like through some of the property in order to get to the front door. This kind of seems to add like a layer of protection to the family to have to, you know, that the front door is like not right there on the street. But it's kind of back on the side of the house, hidden in a place that's a little bit hard to find, actually. Well, guys and gals, this has been Hex. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff, because I'm going to be doing a few more of this type. I might be doing a lot more. We'll see. We'll see how people like them. We'll see how tired I get of building them. But for right now, I'm like really into this. So anyways, don't forget to share the video as well. That really helps out the channel. But more importantly, much more important than all that stuff, I hope you're having a really wonderful day. I hope that you're just doing really great today and that everything is fine. Or if things are not fine, I hope that they turn around for you. I really do. Anyways, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and God bless.